Internet Radio, and the staff and host of LA Talk Live would like to thank you for choosing the Internet's hottest destination for the most eclectic sound and invigorating talk. This is LA Talk Live. We are more than just talk.
Gonna make a change for once in my life. It's gonna feel real good. Gonna make a difference. Gonna make it right. As I turn up the collar on my favorite winter coat, this wind is blowing my mind. I see the kids in the street with not enough to eat. Who am I to be blind, pretending not to see them?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to an America Talk Live, LA Talk Live special presentation. In fact, this is our second installment of The Change Factory. It's coming this fall, 2017, here on the world leader in internet broadcasts, and that's LA Talk Live and the America Talk Live Broadcast Network. And our goal on this show is to spotlight real change makers in the community. And, you know, last week we had a great guest on, a young man by the name of Alex P.J. Porter, and, of course, the inimitable one himself, Mr. Jerry Bell, of the Daz Band, and now on his solo mission. And last week I realized this week that I was remiss in that I didn't provide you with our mission statement. And I wanted to read that because this is posted right here on our Facebook page. And yes, we have a Facebook page for The Change Factory. And that's, of course, The Change Factory at Facebook. But The Change Factory is dedicated to creating realistic and achievable change in our urban communities by unifying black and brown efforts to create safe and prosperous communities through opportunities in education, employment, entrepreneurship, through mentoring programs to engage and empower our youth. That is the mission statement here on The Change Factory. Now, this began as a brainchild of my own, and the idea was, what can I do possibly? What could little old me do in the world, as conflicted and crazy as it is right now, particularly in urban communities? What could I do to impact some change? And as a broadcaster here on LA Talk Live, I realized, well, I've got a platform. And if through that platform I can begin to spotlight change makers in our community, people who are virtually on the cutting edge of making things happen. These are real doers. These are not just talkers or sayers. These are people who are really out there making change. So welcome to our second installment of The Change Factory. And as always, I'm your humble host and moderator, Richard Carr. We've got another special guest. I like to call them change makers. He is a gentleman that I met in my travels with our good friends over at SoCal NOMA. He, in fact, is a technologist and an app developer, and developed their app for the SoCal NOMA summer camp. And my understanding is his app was so popular after being on the show, I would imagine, with Larry Hewley that evening, that between the app and the show, I guess, we just shut down the website for registration for this past year's SoCal NOMA summer camp. But that's a good thing. That's a good problem to have, because traffic on the web means money. Chris is here to explain that to us. He and I have had quite vigorous discussions and conversation about the value of apps in a world where smartphones have certainly gotten a whole lot smarter. I remember myself when apps were really popular, right around the time we were mid-stage in our growth here at LA Talk Live. And I thought that an app would be a good idea. Then I realized, wow, these smartphones are so smart now. You can go right to a website, unlike in the past, and pretty much get anything you need. But apps have taken on a new meaning and a new value in technology. And once again, Chris Eggleston is here to share that with us. I want to give him a rousing round of applause. And thank you for coming back here on the station first, and, of course, The Change Factory for the first time. So, Chris, welcome to the show one more time.
Thanks for having me.
Indeed. All right, so I think it's important for people to understand who you are, where you come from. all of that good stuff. So let's do all the corny stuff first, and let's get that out the way. And that is, introduce yourself to our audience, name your company, and rep your city.
Okay. Yeah, my name is Chris Eggleston, repping from Memphis, Tennessee.
Memphis in the house.
Yes, indeed. And my company is Global Innovation Now, where we place the future in your hands using mobile app technology. Mobile apps are the future, so I dive right into that company and that brand of, getting your business out there. I mean, everyone has a cell phone, so why not market your business on a cell phone?
That's exactly right, and that's one of the things that I learned early on about apps and how valuable they were. But of course, phones were a little different then, but apps have maintained their power and importance to the mobile user.
Absolutely.
There are different types of mobile users. There's folks who just use their phone for calling and maybe a little texting. And then there are other folks who live their lives on their cell phone. They are what has been identified in one of the recent reports that I read as ultra mobile users. They're the people you don't even see walking with their heads down, looking at their phone. They're ultra mobile, so it's all voice activated or through a headpiece or whatever the case may be.
Wow.
But moving back into this app space, you've developed quite a few apps, and again, not just the one for SoCal Noma, but you're really running headlong in this particular space. Tell us about it.
Right. Yeah, I've been in the game for 4 years now. Started in Memphis, Tennessee. Actually, just brought my business here. Going on 1 year now. 1 year and some change.
Welcome.
A couple of months. Yeah, thank you. And love it here. Love the growth here. We've done about 200 apps.
Wow.
And
you've been quite busy.
And yeah, we really have. And right now, currently, we have 20 apps that are in the iPhone and Android market. So that just shows you the turnover ratio of a mobile app. A lot of people think that, hey, once I get an app, 1 million people are going to download it and I'm going to get $1 million tomorrow. And that's not the case. The case is you have to put in some work. You have to do some advertising. You have to do Facebook marketing. It's a lot of work, but it's a scalable product once you get it in place to connect with your clients direct to consumer.
I think it's important that you say scalable, but let's and we'll get back to that. But let's take a moment out real quick and let's help our tuner base out there. When I say tuner, I mean listeners and viewers, because we have both. Let's give folks a deeper insight. I mean, people use apps all the time in every possible way, and there's some mega companies out there who started off as virtual app companies. I mean, just their whole project, their whole business model was based off the app. Explain to people how apps work. What's an app to start with?
Okay, an app is just something that's call to action, if you will. And a lot of people are always thinking, hey, I have a website. Well, what do I need an app for?
Right.
Well, the thing is, 1 million people can go to your website today, and then tomorrow you can't really market to them. But if 1 million people download your app today, tomorrow
got a captive
you can,
audience.
boom, you got a captive audience. You can send them to your YouTube channel. You can send them to go buy something. You can send them to go donate somewhere. You can have everybody now capture their information. Go ahead and get their information. So things like that is why a mobile app is so key in 2017.
I got to say, pardon me, that when we first got started, of course, cell phones were, not nearly as smart, not as many features. Apple certainly did quite a bit of yeoman's work, pioneering work to help develop the app community. And the reason people were developing apps became quite a vibrant market for employment and opportunity for small business owners. But when you talk about apps in the modern sense, it's very different from what it used to be like just a few years ago. People weren't even using their cell phones as much as they do back then, as much as they do now. And we're only talking like maybe 2 or 3, 4 years ago. In fact, most media broadcasting is moving at a rapid pace to the cell phone, meaning that you don't have to be home sitting in front of your TV anymore, or even have to break out the laptop to watch TV, to catch sports, to book a dinner date, to order a ride share. It's all on the mobile phone, whereas maybe, again, as I said, 3 to 4 years ago, you were glued or tethered to a laptop or a TV, for entertainment, let's rule that out, but at least a laptop to really get anything functional done. Apps have really changed the way people interact with technology, most of all.
Absolutely, absolutely. I would even say 20 years ago, I could send you a beep because we had beepers.
Right.
And a lot of people don't even know about that. And it's like, that just shows you, okay, now, so 20 years from now, where are we going to be?
How about that?
So, I mean, if we're using technology just to communicate and promote and market now, and we're, of course, making everything one click. You're ordering your food, you ordering Uber, you're ordering these different products that are just one click away. Now you're seeing how quick and people want this information. So it's great that you can always scale your product to once that was not reachable, but to now jump into that market and be reachable. Everyone has a cell phone. Again, global marketing is now the new thing because, of course, you can market yourself here in Los Angeles, but that reach all the way to Memphis, that reach all the way to Chicago, New York. That's
Right.
the thing.
Right. Now, when you talk about apps, and there's apparently a lot of money in app development because it seems everybody lately that I meet are app developers. Again, going back a couple of years, everybody was a web designer. Now everybody's an app developer. You have kids now working in hackathon groups to develop apps for all types of purposes and applications. But there's also this other side of how apps can make money for a business, particularly if that business is on the web already. And a good point you make is about getting beyond just your Facebook page. I got a Facebook page. Why do I need an app? Nonsense, because Facebook has an app. I got a website. Nonsense. An app is a market that you may not be tapped into, and maybe people don't want to go through the hassle of typing in all those URL cryptic codes to get to a site. They just want one-click access, and you mentioned that earlier. But getting on the other side of that, businesses can make a lot of money with apps, and you spend some time this week explaining that to me. I want you to explain to our audience how that works.
Yeah. Let's just say everybody plays Candy Crush. Candy Crush.
I personally do not, but I get it.
I'm about to say Candy Crush makes over $300 million like a week.
For that silly little crush game.
Absolutely. And it shows you that not only are you catering to someone that just loves to play games, that just loves to have fun, and then you take it away. Now, boom, you go ahead and charge them. That is like direct to consumer. You're giving them something, then you take it away, but then you're charging them just $1. What's $1?
Does it cost to download Candy Crush?
No, it's free.
It's free.
It's free.
How do they make that much money?
It's $1 after you get to a certain level and you can't get any more.
Wow.
So
Okay.
once you can't get any more, you pay $1 and then you can get in. So
And people are actually paying that extra dollar just
extra
to get to the
dollar.
next level to crush more candy.
Just to crush more candy.
I wish you had a better example than Candy Crush, because I can't even get to the understanding of how people are that obsessed with that silly little game, but they are everywhere I look. If I look over somebody's shoulder while they're playing Candy Crush.
I mean, I could tie something closer to
There are other apps out there, of course, and there are other games out there. But let's talk about it for a business like mine,
Okay.
LA Talk Live. How does that help LA Talk Live make money, if we can talk about that? We have a special announcement to make at the bottom of the hour, too.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. We can market businesses, and that's the thing about a radio station. Not only are we streaming, we can have businesses online, and now we can talk about that business, promote that business, share that business, use the app to not only bring the platform of having multiple businesses on the app and having that platform of, hey, this is the go-to place to see all the businesses that are marketing with LA Talk Live. And that's the thing. Like, that's, now when you have a cookout and everybody's out there, everyone sees all the businesses. You have a vendor day where you have all the businesses there. Think about how many times you have a vendor booths and you can't get around to everybody. Now you can have an app to where that app is actually, you can one click and purchase from every vendor at every event. And every year it grows. So that's how it'll grow more value in a calendar year. Year after year, events after events. Now, next year, what it's going to look like. And it'll just keep growing. So you want to see the value of it. It's a growing process. And then every event, it gets bigger.
All right, so I have a website, obviously, and now, why wait to the bottom of the hour? I understand that you're going to be teaming up with us
Absolutely.
to develop an app for LA Talk Live. Rousing round of applause for that. We've got lots of other shows, lots of other things going on, other broadcasters who I'm sure are going to get jealous and want to jump on the bandwagon with you. So hopefully we'll be throwing you some business like that.
Absolutely.
But in our case, for example, our push these days is to attract more sponsors to what we're doing for our great programming, the great broadcasters who are here with us, and also to, earn some money off advertising.
Absolutely.
I think I look at it like this. TV, radio, be it satellite, terrestrial, or otherwise, we're all basically just ad agencies.
We're real. Absolutely.
If you talk about cable, well, when you talk about HBO, Showtime, organizations like that, well, that's subscription-based. So they don't need to advertise. They've got millions and millions of people giving them $5 to $10 to $20 to $15 a month, and that, obviously, do the math, that's a lot of money.
Absolutely.
But when it comes to, regular access TV and all the shows that they put on, they're really creating entertainment with the interest in mind to attract more viewers so they can run more ads.
Right.
That's really kind of how that translates. So I see myself as an ad agency and a marketing company because we do have an entertainment factor to what we produce on a daily 24-hour basis, but we also have opportunities for sponsors and advertisers, people who have events, anybody with a message that they want to get out to the mass public to utilize our platform. But again, they're still tethered to the desktop or the laptop. They can pick us up through their phone, of course, but that app just makes it a lot simpler.
Yeah.
And in that space, you can also embed advertising, banner ads and stuff
Absolutely.
like that. Is that accurate?
Absolutely, absolutely. And a lot of people are going to watch this live stream, and even if they don't watch it now,
They can watch later.
They can watch it later.
Of course,
And
all of our stuff's on demand.
everything's on demand. So now everything's one click. So even at the sponsor's location, we will want to set up a station to where not only does it have the music playing that you're playing, also the videos. So we can have a tablet at a station with a box, a music box, and now that box is actually not only broadcasting great music, it's also the sponsors are getting promotion, and it's all day, 24/7. You're streaming all day, 24/7. So why not just use that platform to grow and market your brand?
Mm-hmm. And of course, you wouldn't need necessarily be there.
Absolutely,
you could do it through,
Oh, just plug it in and forget
telecommunication,
it. Yeah.
walk
Just
away
plug
and-
it in. Yeah. It just like we're streaming right now.
Right.
It's the same.
So
exact
in other
thing.
words, realistically speaking, someone could have us on right now in their restaurant, and this moment is sponsored by, Chris Eggleston's Steakhouse, that
There
kind of
it is.
stuff, right?
Absolutely. I would love a steakhouse. But that's the
Takes
thing.
you
That's
right
the
to that,
thing.
young man.
That's the thing. So, and that's what it's all about. It's like now we can have that direct to consumer. They can tell us exactly what they want to say. Hey, at 12 o'clock, so and so, Chris Eggleston Steakhouse, it's having a special at from 12 to 1. You know, and then now everybody's rushing in there from 12 to 1.
Love
Now, we're constantly doing that for different businesses. Of course, other people are going to be chiming in, listening for other things and other deals. Now you're captivating the audience of just people wanting to not only chime in to hear the great radio station and stream live, but also get these deals and write these deals down. Using the app to go in, show the app, say, hey, I downloaded the app. And now you have contests with all the sponsors. Hey, whoever gets the most downloads and take pictures and checks in at that location, I can't give all my secrets
Well,
away.
don't. Yeah, we don't want you to do that. Tell us a little bit about Global Innovation Now.
Okay, well, Global Innovation Now, we have over, again, like I mentioned, 20 apps in the iPhone and Android market, and it ranges anywhere from retail to where we have Millionaire Grind, and he's selling T-shirts and apparel and hats and things like that. We have nonprofits to where we do fundraising for nonprofits, where we do a Click to Give campaign.
Wow.
We also are working with different hotels and working with international Continental, and they're doing a lot of big things as far as different rooms that are going to let us promote from and get the word out about, their networking event. And again, that rooftop is amazing. If you hadn't been down there, definitely go down there.
I felt I was there vicariously by being on your Facebook page. You look like you were having one heck of a time, I got to say.
Yes,
Yeah,
man.
I love
Yes.
it a lot.
That's the great establishment there. And I got some more stuff coming through there. Great networking event. I mean, just, again, they're open arms to, being idealistic about trying to try new things, stepping outside the box. And that's one thing I was just wanting to do. And that's why I kind of wore the beads today, just to, do something different, come outside the box. No,
Sure.
I didn't go to Mardi Gras, but I just was wanting to do something different, just, kind of let your hair down and just talk about your business and be excited about your brand.
You wear it well. You wear it well. Don't
Appreciate
sweat
it,
it at all. And looking good over there. Listen, man. So, Global Innovation Now, I know you are working with a lot of these corporations and helping them get their stuff together. You're going to be working with us. I'm so glad to know that and
Awesome,
glad to
man.
announce
Awesome.
it.
Absolutely.
But one of the other things I think is important for us as entrepreneurs individually is to address what's going on in our community. I think app development is probably one of the cooler nerd-oriented activities that young black men in particular can get involved with, because we're all kind of tied to technology nowadays, no matter what your circumstance. Everybody got a cell phone in their pocket.
Everybody.
Is there an opportunity that we could possibly put together an event or a situation we can get some young people involved and maybe teach them how to bring them into a group area and teach them about the opportunities that are available in technology, particularly with app development? What's a space like there? What's it like? Or what are the opportunities that exist there?
Absolutely. Coming from Memphis, Tennessee, I can name a ton of schools: Craigmont High School, Kirby Middle School,
Shout them out.
Northside High School. Ridgeway Middle. These schools actually let me come in and speak to the kids about motivating them and talking about, furthering their education through mobile app technology, through anything that they love to do. I always say, find something you love to do and you'll never work another day in your life. And I tell those kids that, and I always say that they'll find something they love to do, and I always have them chant that as well.
Right.
And so, yeah, absolutely. We can teach the kids. We can have summer camps. We held, I want to say, the third summer camp and with Inner Light, which is one of my nonprofits that we work with in Memphis, Tennessee as well. It's all about just putting something together. And, we can put something together and teach these kids anything that they need to know. And then I want them to find something. I don't want to force that tech on them. I like to see what they love to do and then bring tech in with it, because I guarantee you, whatever they want to do, something has to do with a little tech, and you can tie it in some kind of way.
And I think also a lot of these young brothers really want to kind of get out of that situation that they're in, if it's drug dealing or just hanging out on the street. They want something to do. I really truly believe, and that's part of the inspiration of the Change Factory, is that there are a lot of young men and a lot of young women out there who want a wayward path, but they just need guidance.
Absolutely.
And it takes individuals like yourself in Global Innovation Now to get out there and educate these young people. There are these great opportunities in technology. It's not going to happen overnight. There is a process. There's lots of education involved, but those opportunities are there. Have you done anything here in Los Angeles, in L.A., with regards to app technology and teaching some of these young people? Or maybe we should start talking about something real soon.
We're going to have to do something here at LA Talk Live. Let's invite some kids
Most
out. Who do you have working relationships with? And some schools that you have working relationships with.
That's easy. Yeah.
And then we'll bring those kids out and let's talk about technology. And that's the thing. Once you put it into their hands, we was actually at East High School. Shout out to East High School. This kid actually just reached out to me. And they came up with their own app to where they saw something that was for sale online or for sale in a store that lady probably didn't have a website or anything.
Right.
They took a picture of it, put it on their app, and then they start selling it. So,
Are you serious?
Just like that. Just like that. I mean, and that's how creative kids are, to say, wait a minute, she got all this stuff, and man, I could help her sell it if I could just take a picture of it. And it was called Slashing Fashion, which was a mobile app in the iPhone and Android market, and it was booming. And it was, they just end up just doing their thing with it. And of course, you know how it is with kids, man. They play with something 1 second and turn it off the next.
Right.
So, but they did have a successful campaign and partnering up with, I want to say, over 20 stores. And they were not local. They were not local in Memphis. They were actually in other cities that they reached out to. But it was some local. But there was a lot of them that was in other cities.
That intrigues me even more, and I know you've taken some time to explain this, but I still don't get why an app creates this call to action that's almost irresistible to people once they've downloaded the app. Explain that for us.
Well, you always have to add value to a mobile
Of course,
app.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
A person can go to a perfect description. Perfect can go to a beauty shop and just go into the beauty shop, spend their money, and then go out.
No data captured, no information.
No data
about them
captured,
other
no
than,
nothing.
When's your
nothing.
next appointment kind of thing.
Or they can go into while they booked it from the app, open up their phone, also order food, also order a massage, also order one click to get their nails done while they're getting their hair done, also one click to get their car wash, mobile detail guy, because he's on the app too. So a beauty shop should easily have those 5 items to cater to their clients, and that's something that an app can do. And while somebody's sitting there, you can't just say, "Oh yeah, go to my website and order something," or you can say, "Download my app." That's just a better connection,
Sure.
and not just sending them to something. Because if you can send them to your website, they're gonna have to Google. They're going to have to go to an app, like how you just said. Mm-hmm. So things like that is just needed to, sometimes be explained, but they're using an app to get to your product. Why not let it be your product?
Right. Now, we're going to take a quick break for a moment, and we're going to come back with more from Chris Eggleston of Global Innovations Now. But I want to get back to the work that you did for the group SoCal Noma, good friends of ours and yours as well.
Absolutely.
You developed their app to make their registration easier. I understand that they basically busted the doors with registration this past summer camp.
Absolutely.
It's a 4-week summer camp for those of you out there who don't know. They take particularly urban-based young people, in other words, black and brown children, into an educational environment, and it's not all lecture. They take 4 consecutive Saturdays, and 3 of those Saturdays they teach them about what they describe as the built environment. Teach them a little bit about architecture, help to inspire some of them to, maybe get into the field of architecture or city planning, things like that. And then on the 4th Saturday, they just have a big old party and award ceremony, which is all great stuff. I got a chance to go this year. But I want to get back to what you developed for them. Tell us a little bit about that app and how that, just completely propelled their attendance beyond any previous year, it seems.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. It was more so about just using, again, technology. And they wanted to make it convenient, again, for not only people to donate, they wanted people to get the information. They wanted the people to see the video. They also wanted to see people they also wanted people to see the pictures from last year and saw the great fun that they had last year. And now if you download the app now, which is SoCal Noma in the iPhone and Android, it's actually showing the 2017 pictures as well.
Wow.
So it's one click to just, get this information. I think Larry was actually speaking to a guy, and he stopped, and he was like, you know what? Instead of me explaining it to you, download the app. And that was just almost perfect commercial for Global Innovation Now. But it was more so about the image of, here I am trying to pitch you everything that I'm trying to tell you we're doing, when I can just say, hey, download my app. Now you can go to my website, go to my Instagram, go to my Facebook, go to my Twitter, go to my YouTube, go to here, go here. It's just so many places that you can go.
And it's better than a website.
Better.
It's better than just Facebook.
It's better.
Better than just Instagram.
Got push notifications.
But it really is for business.
It is. It's
not
marketing and advertising.
Yeah,
commercials.
exactly.
Commercials are huge.
Exactly.
We should be able to teach kids commercials, man. They have cell phones, so why not let's just have some classes about showing them how to create commercials. I'd love to do that.
I'd love to do that too. Bring them right on up in here and take a little load off me. I don't have to do all the voice work.
There you go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, special presentation tonight from LA Talk Live. It's called The Change Factory. We make change. We're here with the CEO, Chris Eggleston of Global Innovations Now. I'm your host, Richard Carr. We'll be right back after this quick message. Don't go away.
Wall Street, it's probably why they stock soar. I'm just a dreamer, John Lennon. But what do I know? My head stays spinning. A world full of hunger where people can't make it. They say we ain't got it, man versus who can waste it.
We know there are many choices in internet radio, and the staff and host of LA Talk Live would like to thank you for choosing the internet's hottest destination for the most eclectic sound and invigorating talk. This is LA Talk Live. We are more than just talk.
What up, though? This your man, he called The Wolf. Inviting you to join me every first Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for The Wolf's Den at LATalkLive.com. Now join me as I spotlight some of the hottest talent of all genres of music. So don't forget to tune in every first Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, exclusively on LATalkLive.com and the AmericaTalkLive.com broadcast network. Reality radio handcrafted for your listening and viewing pleasure. This is LA Talk Live. We are more than just talk. Get it?
Want to enrich in your radio listening? Do it now with the new WDC radio show, LA Talk Live's new talk, rock radio show, Saturdays 4 p.m. Pacific, filled with news, talk, sports, entertainment, and more. Tune in as we fill your weekend with rock and funk from the 70s, 80s, 90s, and today. WDC radio show. Listen as we kick off the new generation of radio with talk, rock, and funk. The all-new WDC radio show, Saturdays 4 p.m. Pacific on LA Talk Live.
We're calling you out.
Sickle cell warriors, leaders, doctors, and caregivers.
This is the call.
Tune in to The Call, Saturdays at 5 p.m. Pacific, only on LA Talk Live.
This is the call.
To sickle cell trait awareness.
This is the call.
To acceptance of yourself and others around you.
This is the call.
To finding your purpose through creativity.
This is the call.
To living above sickle cell.
This is the call to unity in community.
So call in 323-473-3100 to
The Call.
Saturdays 5 p.m. Pacific, only on LA Talk Live.
This is the call.
You know I love music. And every time I hear something hot, it makes me want to move. It makes me want to have fun. But it's something about this joint right here. This joint right here, it makes me want to...
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to tonight's live special presentation of The Change Factory. We make change. That is our goal. This is why we're going to be here. And you're going to be seeing more and more of us and more community-based game changers who actually are out there putting boots on the street and reaching into the community to help some young people and anybody who we can help across our path. Veterans, if you're out there, and perhaps you're looking for a new career, that career could be app development. All you got to do is get with us. We'll connect you to our app developer now, Mr. Chris Eggleston of Global Innovations now.
Absolutely.
Welcome back.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right. So I want to get back to Global Innovations, man. How did you get started with that? What inspired you? Because you've got a background in sports and all that kind of stuff we haven't talked about yet, right?
Yeah, I actually, cool story. I actually was working at a nonprofit organization that for 8 years, and back and forth, I was actually playing arena football. I played for the Orlando Predators and the Las Vegas Gladiators, so it was like a great experience to play arena football and do something I love, and also turn around and go work for a nonprofit. So it was almost like giving back, and then you did the giving back part through the holidays, and then you turn around and go play football in the summertime. So I literally had the perfect job for about a good 4-year run. And then that's a good year.
That's a good run.
And so I mean, I enjoyed it, and it was all about just like 1 year. It was like, man, I looked back and was looking at like here I am working 8 years for a guy, and a great business, great organization, but it was more so I saw that he actually made, I think it was $250,000 a year. So I said, in order for me to make that, you got to be the CEO. You got to be the president of a company. So instantly I was like, well, I got to find something that I love to do. And I love to connect. I love to reach out to people and grow each other's businesses and grow businesses and just, create. I'm a creator. So I was like, what can I do? I was doing websites for a while and actually was working with a guy that was doing apps. But then I was like, again, I'm working for somebody. I was like, no, let's just start it from scratch. Let's just create my own. So got with some friends. Got with some friends. And we sat down and we just came up with the name. We was like, all right, we want to be global, we want to be innovative, and we want to do it right now. So that's where we came up with global innovation.
Makes
now.
total sense.
And being innovative, it's every day. It's not just okay, we've been innovative now, and now we done made it. It's more so about carrying the torch of entrepreneur after entrepreneur of the grind that it never stops. Even when you win, there's little wins and there are big wins, and then you still go right back to work. So I'm consistent with that. I teach that, and I put that out, and a lot of people say they love me for that. So I appreciate them. I mean, they're my drive and and the reason I go so hard, because I mean, I know I got a lot of people watching me.
And you have been out here for how long now?
For 1 year.
1 year.
Yep.
Congrats. I know it's not an easy transition, particularly coming from a city like Memphis. I'm from Philadelphia. It wasn't easy for me. This is a unique environment with lots of unique personalities and what have you.
Absolutely.
So I can imagine that transition for you has had its challenges, but nothing that a big, strong, strapping young man like yourself, CEO like yourself, couldn't handle.
Absolutely.
But how's the market for you out here? Do you find a lot more reception to the idea of app development, or is this a better market for your business?
Yeah, it really is. A lot of people are reaching out to me as far as like new ideas, and enhancing what they already have. A lot of people think, okay, once I get an app, I don't have to do anything. It's more so an app enhances what you already have.
Okay.
A lot of artists are using mobile apps now to where they're direct to consumer. They're selling music, they're selling apparel, they're selling tickets and concerts, and of course they're showing their videos on YouTube. So those ways are just ways to get your product out there and then actually promote yourself as a business and connect as a business to your clients. And again, I can't stress it enough. Everyone has a cell phone, so that's where you market, and that's where you want to market. It's brand new real estate, and it's so brand new that people are even, hesitant to think that they need one. But I would say, look at the top competitors of your brand of your company, and I guarantee you, they have an app, and look how they're using it, and you can use it the same way. I mean, it's no different to any big brand that has an app to your brand. Any clothing store, any radio station, any nonprofit organization, anything. If they have it, you should have it, and market it the same, or if not the same, tweak it a little bit and make it a little bit better.
Okay, so you got the app, you've developed the app, your app developer did, let's just say. Now you got the app, you've gone live. Where does it go?
All right, now you have events for it. So
well, hold on, but meaning where's the app available?
It's available in the iPhone and Android market. So
Right.
you would tell a person if they have an iPhone, they go in the Apple Store and just type in the name. They type in the name, and then and if they're in the Android market, they go to Google, the Google Play Store.
Right.
And once they type in Google, they can type in the name.
And when you develop that app, you make sure that app gets placement in both those platforms.
Correct.
Right.
It takes 7 days to get in the Android market and 14 days to get in the iPhone. 14 to 21 days. Apple is real strict on their policy, but yeah, we can get it in.
Very nice. Now, the app is there. What happens next?
Next is a 30-day promotion for your launch party. Once we get it in the market, then next we have a launch party to where we're promoting it. We're putting businesses on it. We're putting vendors on it to where now those vendors are talking about your app. The marketers are talking about your app. People are selling product from your app. You're making your app valuable leading up to the event. Now, once you have the event, you can actually talk to Fitness Doré. She does a great job of this, and download the Fitness Doré mobile app in the iPhone and Android market. She has it to where every show she has people downloading it. Every show she has big stars getting on her app and having their fans download it to get them to see her. So it's more so how she's using it, and she's playing her audience to a degree to give them something that they want. And what they want is more content, a valuable product, and that's what she's delivering. So I love to see that's how you use the app. And she has sponsors on the app that, you get discounts if you use and you say, hey, I'm downloaded the app. she's using it, and she's great for this. Anything I tell her to do, she does it. And I'm talking about the second. I told her, it's funny. I called I just say it this way. Anytime I call her, she does exactly what I say. And when I'm saying that to say, if I tell her to shoot a video right now, if I call her right now and say, hey, shoot a video, I need you to shoot a video, talk about the app right now. And she'll do it right then and there. She'll stop everything and just say, hey, everybody, download the app, the Fitness Door Rate mobile app, iPhone and Android market. Brought to you by Global Innovation Now. Boom. Just like that. I'm talking about the second I call just to knock it out. That's how active in advance she is as Chris. If you want to help me get this out, we can get this out. And so she sets up tours at different fitness training locations to where before she even gets there, they know about her app. They done promoted it. They done brought other trainers there. They done brought other fans there that love her. And next thing you know, she's doing a tour in Vegas, L.A. She did D.C., of course, Miami, and she's coming back to Venice Beach. So, I mean, that's how, that's how you use the app. I mean, you cater it to what you're already doing, and then you also advance it as far as putting sponsors on there to get them to promote you, because you could promote it all day. And
right.
I mean, me promoting Global Innovation all day. But now I have LA Talk Live talking about Global Innovation Now. They're going to be like, hey, what's Global Innovation Now?
All right, so now I guess this is a two-pronged question. One is you sent me over some images of some other radio stations. I did not want to put them up in deference to their, brand and ours as well. And you could see at the bottom of the app how many hundreds of thousands of downloads that they have. The first part of this question, okay, now the app is in the Google Store and the Apple Store, and people can go get it. There is some marketing push that has to go behind that, and certainly with a platform like ours, LA Talk Live, we can be promoting the heck out of that. In fact, maybe even have you come back and do a pre-recorded ad saying, hey, I'm Chris Eggleston, CEO of Global Innovations Now, and go download the LA Talk Live app.
Absolutely. I do videos for my clients.
Very nice. All right. Now the app's out there, you do a little bit of a marketing push, and people are starting to download the app. How does that happen? Do you talk it up? Of course, there's going to be some effort on the part of the person who you developed the app for. You mentioned that. You don't just get the app and just sit on it. You got to promote it.
Absolutely.
Aside from word of mouth, how does that happen?
The same way you talk about everything else. I mean, and now it's like the one trick pony, if you would. It's download my app instead of telling them go to my Facebook, go to my Twitter, go to my Instagram.
Good point.
It's like you don't have to say all that. You just say, hey, download my app. Oh, you got an app? Yeah, because you got a phone. I know, iPhone, Android. And then a lot of people are like, well, people won't download my app. Well, those are not the people you're marketing to. You're not marketing to those people. You're marketing to the people that will download your app. It's 1 million people. I always say, don't speak for 1 million people. It's like you don't know what 1 million people are going to do right now.
Right.
If you did, then you'll be doing this already, because 1 million people would download an app if they see the value in it. And that's where I would say a lot of people miss the boat. They think that, once I get the app, it's instant, and it's not. It's Facebook marketing. It's Instagram marketing. You
still have to be out there pushing that app.
You have to put that in there and pay for that. And we have packages that it actually pays for that. So we put all that in place to where it's pushing your product even when you're not pushing your product, because you would want the analytics to show, hey, you're pushing people that love to listen to streaming radio and streaming live radio and looking for sponsors and looking for discounts and looking for deals. You can target market those people on Facebook. So I would say definitely do that. And using Facebook and using a mobile app is the best way to do it. Even when you're going live, like how we're going live now, you can use the Facebook. You can use the mobile app to be pushing out notifications to get more viewers. We're doing that with Fitness Dore as well. She went live on her Instagram the day I told her, and then I started sharing her Instagram on the app, and now she was getting more viewers. But we did it again in a group, because if you do it in a Facebook group, you can save those people, because if you do it on your timeline, of course, eventually it's going to get pushed down.
Sure.
But if you do it in a group or on your like page, but like page for some reason doesn't get that many views. So I always say a group because you can add people to the group and then now send push notifications to say, hey, join the group and watch us live. So even if they don't watch it now, they'll watch it later. And then now you have that target audience that you know that, hey, let me check out this right here, and then literally go down the page and see how many people are watching each show.
Do you find, this is the second part of my question, do you find that sponsors, advertisers, it's easy for them to buy into advertising with an app than it would be, let's say, for a platform like ours? Because I have to be frank, I'd like to be frank. We have plenty of airtime for advertisers and sponsors, but I think we're stuck in a space, a media space, where people of a certain age who are the decision makers for some of these companies don't still quite get what we're doing on the web by broadcasting both audio and video. Maybe they do, maybe they don't, but they don't see the inherent value in that. So are you finding that some of these companies find it a little bit more digestible to say, okay, I'll sponsor, something with that app. I'll run an ad with your app. We'll put a banner on your app. Do you find they're more amenable to that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Than a website per se?
Absolutely, because again, think about it. Right now, no one's on a website per se, but everyone has a cell phone.
Right.
So they look at it as like, okay, if I'm marketing on a cell phone, they can go to the website or not, but if I'm on their phone and you're giving them a reason to be on their phone, again, it works hand in hand. The restaurant will have you on their app because now everyone that they're telling, hey, download the app so you can actually get a discount for my restaurant. So they're pushing your app to all their clients.
Wow.
And
okay.
You didn't even have to do anything.
So it does require some strategic partnerships with other companies
to give the benefit and the value.
And maybe that strategic partnership could be encouraged could encourage web-based or stream-based advertising because they're embedded in that app as well. In other words, so we could be playing a commercial for Global Innovations Now for your app developing at the break. But you might not be as interested in that if I don't have an app. Is that kind of accurate?
It's a lot of people that don't have an app right now.
No, I get it. I'm not worried about them.
It's more
because we're getting one.
Right,
so,
I know. But it's more so, it's like I like to show the value of how an app can work. And, maybe you get an app with me and maybe you don't, but at least you did know that a mobile app is not just a new toy. It's not just a new gadget. The second you get so many downloads, and you'll get them. You're not going anywhere. How long? How many more years you going to be doing this?
The rest of my life.
Okay. So for the rest of your life, you have a mobile app, and now for that rest of your life, you're having more people and more people download. You get to a certain number, you're going to get that phone call. They're going to be knocking on your door. Hey, let me advertise with you. Here's the check. And now that was, it paid over in double and triple in spades because it's like that's how you get out there and market. And then you take that and then you go put that right back in. You put that back in the marketing campaign. At market with the LA Sparks or something. Anybody as far as putting it out there, as far as growing your brand. And then now it's getting bigger and bigger. And every year it should get bigger and bigger. And it will, because people are downloading. You're having an events. You're putting artists on there. You can have a spotlight artist on there. Now their friends and family are looking at the app just to look at the live feed. And I would say just constantly adding more and more content daily. Don't think, I'm wearing them out with the app. It's the app. You go to Facebook every day. You don't say, I'm wearing out Facebook. You don't say I'm wearing out Instagram.
Let me interject a quick question. When it comes to apps as well, this is the one thing that I think that I'm starting to get a little clearer picture on, and that is that when it comes to an app, aside from aligning yourself strategically with other companies who, I guess you can go to them and say, hey, here's another way that I'm going to advertise you. You won't just get regular commercial ads, and our ads aren't really regular because we have this video component, which is a little better than what terrestrial can offer because they're, audio driven. But I can also go to them and say, hey, but these promos, or you want to run some promos, well, we've got this platform, an app platform that we can run that on as well as the broadcast. However, another advantage of an app, starting to get the picture here a little bit more clearly, and that is that while that phone's in your pocket, and if we post something on that app, you're going to get a buzz in your pocket.
Just like that. Bingo.
See, I never really thought about it that way because I really don't use a lot of apps. I really don't. Even when I use my phone to go to my site, because it's bookmarked, it is one button simplicity. I just hit the bookmark and boom, I'm there. But most people don't know that, won't go through the trouble to do that, and as a result,
Right, and you can't have
no call to action.
You can't have a party to where it's a release party for that, but you can have an app release party. So that in itself is okay. Well, what do we do at an app release party? Okay, everyone downloads the app and then everyone shares it on their like page or shares it on their page.
That's clever.
So now you got 100 people downloading your app. That's 100 downloads, sharing it to their page. That's 100 shares. Now that's 5,000 people per page. I mean, give or take, a person who ain't gonna have 5,000. Let's just say they have 3,000. So that's 3,000 people times 100.
It's exponential either way you look at it because people do have a certain percentage of friends on
That'll
Facebook.
Be like, okay,
wow,
you're a sponsor on the LA Talk Live page. Boom. Now
and that call to action piece, it wouldn't be just, hey, if we were to send a notice and that person gets that notice on their phone, and wow, we draw their attention to their phone and what we're doing here at LA Talk Live. It's also a way to, again, create a call to action. So we could post something like Chris is giving 20% off all steaks at Chris Eggleston Steakhouse.
There it is.
My goodness! Then wow, I'm hungry right now. Let me go on over there. Yeah,
and then even with barbershops use them as well. Oh, we slow right now. Oh, okay, all right. Well, for the next 20 minutes. Oh no, I ain't gonna say 20 minutes. Next,
whatever. Yeah.
From here until we close, $5 off haircuts.
Wow.
Boom. Now everybody looks at the phone. Oh, okay. I was gonna get a haircut tomorrow. I might as well go today. And that's how you use the app.
Now, will there be? Well, this is a tough question. Let me rephrase it to make it simpler, at least for me to understand. They say always, "There's an app for that. There's an app for it. There's an app for it." Are we being oversaturated with apps?
Not at all. Not at all. I mean, because one app is dominating the world right now, and that's Facebook. Before that, what did you have? So it's like it's just getting started. It's thinking. If you think about it, it's some companies that don't even have an app. It's some professional teams that or soccer teams. I know some soccer teams that don't have an app, and I would think every soccer team would have an app because it's over 40, 50,000 people in the stands. What if you got 40, 50,000 people to download an app, share it on their page, share ticket sales on their page?
Exposure would be explosive.
Exactly. Right? What if they didn't do anything but download the app and share the live feed? Now you have 50,000 people to share your live feed. That's 50,000 shares. That's priceless. You can't get that. Money. You can't get that with a website. You can't say, "All right, everybody, 50,000 people go to our website and share our website." Or you can say, "Download our app, iPhone and Android. We know you got one or the other. Download our app, share it on your page. If you share it, you get half off everything in concessions." Let me show you. Oh, I shared it. Yeah. And then now you just got 50,000 shares in now, and they're spending money. So that's 50,000 people going to spend money, and the 50,000 people just shared it for you. I mean, that's a win-win.
We got only about 6 minutes left to the show.
Man.
Yep. It goes so fast. We're going to have you back.
Oh, yeah.
With some regularity.
Get the office up in here, man.
Yes.
Send some room, man. Move some stuff around, man.
That's hilarious. No, you probably need to be sitting right where you are, and that is talking on the mic and educating people. You don't need no desk to be sitting around. You need to be educating people.
Yeah, I'm mobile, man.
Yeah, not just that, but being on the mic, I think, is a natural for you, obviously, because you great voice and great mic personality, the whole nine.
It, man.
Plus, you look good on camera. Look at you, big fella.
Man. Thanks, man. Yeah.
But
LA Talk Live.
There you go. Any closing comments? I mean, what would you say to people like myself who was a bit reluctant to move into the app space in terms of putting our business out there. Not for nothing. It just was, we got a website. What do I need an app for? And I know that sounds ridiculous to a technologist like yourself because the same thing was said when websites became all the rage. And people were like, "Hey, I'm in the Yellow Pages. What do I need a website for?"
I'm telling you.
So we're in that place again, but with something new and more innovative, and that's apps. Something more interactive. That's apps. What would you say to folks out there who may still be hesitant to develop an app for their business or their service?
Direct to consumer is so key. You don't even want a person. You want to take a picture of something, put a PayPal link under it, and start selling. You want to have a booking, put the booking on it right here, and start booking people. You want a fundraiser. You just really want things one click and done. You want your groceries right now. You want an Uber right now. You want your radio stream right now. You want the station you want to pick with the artist right now. So everything is right now. So if your business is not right now, if I say go to your website, and now I got to go to Google. I got to search. I got to scroll through. I got to click on, oh, that's your Facebook. Oh, no, that's your LinkedIn. Oh, your website is a little low down here. Now you got to pay SEO. Now you got to do. All that is boosted when you hit a mobile app. And that's what a mobile app does. It unifies everything you're doing, and it also blasts out everything you're doing. You're sending notifications for every possible social media site that you have, in every event that you have. So it's not if you need an app, it's when are you going to use the app. And then again, it's not the end all be all. It's not, once I get an app, everything is perfect. It's how am I going to navigate with this app? How are we going to navigate with that app? We're going to promote businesses. We're not going to promote all businesses the same on LA Talk Live mobile app. We're going to promote this business one way, this business another way. This business wants a half off sale. This business wants to just say, share it and I give you a discount. You never know. So it's gonna be a nice little melting pot of businesses, and I'm looking forward to it because, again, each business will bring something different to the table. So if they're bringing something different to the table, we have different ways to market. We can go live. We can, just have a on-spot interview. I go straight out there to their location and stream live from their location from my cell phone, from the app. And that's how a mobile app I can see helping not only LA Talk Live globally, but on a broader scale to just reach out. I got friends in Memphis that want to advertise on the app. So, and that's the thing. They know, hey, if I can sell some shirts on the app, and nobody's selling Millionaire Grind shirts. Ernest Fields wants to market on the app. He can sell some Millionaire Grind shirts on the app. Let's just say he sells 1,000 of them. Is that a great investment? Yes.
Sure it is.
And if he's on there for a calendar year and we're marketing for a calendar year, we put packages together for that. So things like that, again, it's not if you're going to get one, it's when and how you're going to use it. So I'm loving the growth, but it's been 4 years. We created those 200 apps, and those are 200 ideas that people would have if they would have stuck to it. I mean, those are not just failed attempts on apps. Those are ideas that were left on the table. And I would say never leave your ideas on the table. And if I say anything, you fall down 40 times, get up 41, because everything is all in a try. And not only just try, but go get it.
Now, I always see you on your grind and on the move, and you sent me over a couple of shots that I wanted to put up for our audience to enjoy. I see you here. You won't be able to see it for a few seconds later with Maxwell. Okay. And then I see you here again with Akon.
Oh, yeah.
So you are out and about, moving and grooving, and hopefully you did some successful business with him, I would think.
Absolutely.
Or maybe when you see him again after having developed our app for us, it'll be like, oh, man, you developed LA Talk Live's app. I definitely need you to work for me.
Oh, yeah. We got to have him on the show. We're going to have him on the show.
No doubt. We've had lots of greats here, but not those two. And I'm a big Maxwell fan from back in the day.
Okay.
Chris, I got to thank you, man, for taking the time out of your busy schedule. To come on down here, man, and hang out with us on the show. Give out some details on how people can get in touch with you. That's really important.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Go to the website, globalinnovationnow.com, and that's innovation without the S. And also, just download the app. It's iParty Mobile is one of the apps that we've created in the iPhone and Android market. Also, Global Roundtable. That's in the iPhone and Android market. Also, Click to Give, where we help nonprofits raise money by the click of a button. And all we do is just add you. And if you don't raise anything, we don't get anything. So that's the name of the game with that. And just, again, it's all about connecting and growing your brand. You bring us an idea and listen to us to help us cultivate that idea and bring it to reality. So that's what we're here for, and that's what we want to do.
You've done a very fine job, and you've done your company proud. I got to tell you, my brother, we're definitely going to be having you come back again. One more time, give out the site, any phone number, any contact information real quick.
Awesome. Yeah, the contact is 901-691-1340 or my California number, 310-754-5707. Global innovation now, the future in your hands, using mobile app technology to change your brand. Go to any site. Just Google global innovation now, and I guarantee you'll see some great things, YouTube videos of everything we're doing, and we're just getting started. We got we just getting started, man. We got a lot of stuff going on.
We got a lot more to talk about too. We're gonna have you back.
Santa Monica, man. Santa Monica Beach. Shout out Santa Monica Beach. We're going back and with a Rolls Royce, man. We're gonna have a giveaway a Rolls Royce Phantom car and all
saw
that
that,
stuff,
man.
I know.
You're doing big things.
Hey, man, we working.
All right, brother. So that's our show for tonight. If you missed any portion of it, don't sweat it. We're gonna have it up on YouTube, Ustream, and soon to come, our app as well.
Oh, yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, be sure to stay tuned for more details about when we'll have another special presentation of the Change Factory. In the meantime and in between time, until we talk and see you again, go out there, make some change. Thank you, folks. Thanks, Chris.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you for tuning into LA Talk Live and the Talk Live Broadcast Network, original reality radio, and crafted for your listening and viewing pleasure. This is LA Talk Live, and we are more than just talk. Stay tuned.